to my channel. I'm getting ready to go to the gym and I need to film, so I figured let me go ahead and just do my little quick morning routine with you guys so that you can see it, for those of you who don't know, and tackle these underarms really, really quickly because it's nice out, so I want to wear a sleeveless shirt to the gym and all of that good stuff. But before we get started, thank you to my returning subscribers. Thank you to my new subscribers. Let's go. So I just want to wash my face and I don't want my hair to get wet. Y'all already know how I do. Right, I gotta use 2 of these, just so that everything gets covered up. That's all. Okay. Oh, and I'm gonna also give y'all a tattoo update because y'all know I got a tattoo, a new tattoo 2 weeks ago for Leah's birthday. So I'll give y'all a quick update on that. I don't know. I'm not too happy with it. I'm gonna just put it like that. But I'm gonna wait and see. It might be a little premature, but I'm not too happy with it. Even though I'm headed to the gym, I still do my full face routine, minus like 1 step. I don't do the face polisher, like my exfoliant, and I don't really do that one too much because when I get back, I'm gonna take a shower anyway, and then do the whole thing all over again. So I don't want to use too much of the product. Like I don't want to exfoliate twice, back to back. So just to give you guys a quick gym update, I've been working out since January 7th. I know most people started like January 1st. I never been on that wagon. I just was like, I want to start back getting into the gym. Like I've always been a person who likes to work out, but I just kind of fall off the wagon a lot. I'll start and then I stop and then, you know, be complaining like, oh, I don't look the way I wanted to look, and it's nobody's fault but my own. So anyway, started January 7th and I have been heavily consistent. I go to the gym 5 days a week. Yeah, I go 5 days a week. I go Monday through Friday. I take Saturday and Sunday off. The only time I will work out on a Saturday or a Sunday is if, for whatever reason, I couldn't get to it during the week. So I'll make up. But the reason why I take off those 2 days is because you have to give your body recovery time. Otherwise, you're going to burn yourself out. Now, by all means, if you can handle all 7 days, go ahead. It just depends on what you're doing. I do weights. And for 5 days. 5 days straight, I do weights. Like I mix cardio in there too, but I'm a weight girl. So when you're doing weights, you have to give yourself time to recover. Otherwise, you're going to be in pain. You might throw your back out. One time I did that. Let me tell you, I would not wish that pain on anybody. Anybody. I mean, I legit thought that I was having a heart attack. Okay? Like I'm not even joking. I thought I was having a heart attack. It is the worst feeling I've ever had. I mean, that in childbirth is probably like neck and neck. Whew. And it was because I was doing my lat pull downs, and I guess at the time when I was doing it, the weight was fine, but like 3 days later I was doing my hair and it went out, and I didn't know what was going on. I couldn't breathe. It was horrible. But anyway, so I'm gonna give y'all my gym split on Mondays, just in case you looking for inspiration, trying to figure out what you should do on what days. You can switch it up. You can, do whatever you want to do, but this is what I do. So on Mondays is glute day, not leg day. I mean, you're still going to work some of your legs, but the focus is glutes, right? Because we're trying to build a little shelf back there. And I'm making progress because, real talk, Aaliyah asked me, she asked me like last week, I had on these Fashion Nova jeans. First of all, Fashion Nova jeans are just beautiful, okay? We love them. If you don't have any Fashion Nova jeans, get at least 1 or 2 pair. Like, whoever designed them, they know what they're doing. Anyway, I had on some Fashion Nova jeans, and Aaliyah said to me, I was in the kitchen, doing regular stuff. I was probably cooking or whatever. And she comes up to me, and she was like, do you have implants? And I'm thinking she's talking about breast implants, right? So I was like, no. I said, and that's what I said to her. I was like, breast implants? She was like, no, butt implants. She's like, you have something back there? When she said that, let me tell you, I was like, girl, you can have anything you want now. You can have anything that you want. That is the confirmation that you need, because it's tough when you're trying to consistently work out and you don't know if you're actually achieving anything, right? But when you have somebody else compliment you, especially a female, because whatever, guys are always gonna compliment. That's a guy's nature, right? So we understand that, we appreciate it, it's fine. But when you get a compliment from a female, it makes you feel just like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, I can't even explain the word. it just made me feel good. That's all. Because females typically hate on other females. And of course, my child will never hate on me. I'm not talking about her specifically. I'm just talking about females in general. Like, we'll see a bad chick and won't say nothing to her. Knowing she look bad. Bad meaning good, not bad meaning bad. And won't say nothing to her. Not because we hating, but just because we just won't do it. Like, I've complimented plenty of females. Like, it'll be their hair or, you know, the body or just whatever the case. And vice versa. I've had it come to me. You know, but for Leah to come out and say that to me, it made me feel really, really good. It was like, okay, the work that I'm doing is not in vain. You know, I'm making progress, getting my little stack back there, and that's that. So yeah, so Mondays is glutes. If I'm feeling it, like if I have enough energy left over, I will go ahead and put some cardio into there, because you can do all the weights in the world, but you still have to incorporate some type of cardio. You don't got to do it all the time, but it just depends on where you're starting at level wise. I have, you know, a little belly and I have back fat, like the rolls and stuff like that. So I also need cardio. You can lose weight just by simply doing weights, and you don't have to do any cardio at all. It's just going to be a little slower. And then also you got to get into the calorie deficit and all of that, but that's a whole nother video for a whole nother day. So yeah, so Monday is glutes. Tuesday, which is today, is chest and back, right? Not arms, but just your chest and your back. Upper back, lower back, whatever. Wednesday, we are now doing legs, right? So it's the quads, the hammies, the calf muscles, and then I also put glutes back in there. So I work my glutes 3 times a week. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. That's usually what I try to do, right? So Wednesday, hammies, quads, calves, glutes. Thursday is... Sometimes I get it mixed up. Thursday is a tris, bis, and shoulders. So triceps back here, right? Biceps, and then your shoulders. Because we want everything to kind of like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm getting a little something there. You see it. Like, it's forming, right? And then Friday is strictly cardio and abs. But like I said, I just started adding the glutes into that. So that's what that will be. I have a variation of exercises that I do. However, I do stick to the same exercises for each day, because that is a huge mistake that a lot of women have, well, a lot of people have. Let me rephrase that. Is that you doing 75 different exercises because you see this on TikTok, see that on TikTok, whatever. That's fine. There's a lot of exercises out there. People do a lot of different things, a lot of different ways, because they're trying to achieve different goals. Find you, like, for each area that you're trying to work, find you 4 to 5 good exercises and stick to it. And when I say stick to it, I mean do it for like a good month to 2 months. Like, get your body acclimated to that. Stop changing, because you're not going to see any type of change, any type of improvement, gains, losses, whatever, if you keep changing your routine. Why? Because your body is not getting used to it. So by the time it does get used to something, you're changing it and you're putting something else on it. And it's like, yo, what's going on? Like, it needs to have consistency in order to, it's like a pattern, right? So I do the same leg exercises. I might add one new one every 3 weeks or so. Right? But every week I'm still doing those same 4 to 5 exercises like clockwork in the same order. You know, my weights are just going up. So if I started out at like 40, now I'm at like 70. Or like with my hip thrust. My hip thrust, I used to be at, and this was only like 2 weeks ago maybe, I was at 50. I was at 50. But because I'm consistent with it, including the bar, I'm now at a $125, 125 pounds on my hip thrust. But I'm still doing the same machine. I'm just increasing my weight. And I'm changing my reps a little bit. With the lower weight, I was able to do more reps, meaning I can do like 10 to 12. With the higher weight, I'm averaging like 7, 8. And that's perfectly fine because I'm increasing my weight. So it's all right. You know what I'm saying? I lost my train of thought. Yeah, just stay consistent with your weights. Don't put too many exercises into it. You know, let your body understand what you're trying to do. Let it learn it, right? Perfect your form. For me, my biggest issue was always my lower back, because it seems like whenever I would do my kickbacks, my cable kickbacks, or my hip thrusts, or my squats, my lower back was killing me. And it got to the point where I could barely walk to the car. And I'm the type of person that when I work out, if I don't feel any type of resistance when I'm working out, I will increase the weight right then and there. That's something that I encourage you not to do. The reason why is because you don't feel the pain until after. You know what I'm saying? Like next 2 to 3 days. And then that's probably what made my back go out. When I was doing my lat pull downs, I jumped from like I don't know, maybe like a 40 to a 70. And while that doesn't seem like it's that much of a difference, but it is, it's an extra 30 pounds. And I didn't feel it at the time. I felt like, oh, okay, this is a good resistance. Like, I like this pump. I like this feel. My back didn't like it. And that's what caused it to go out. So now I stick to a moderate weight. Like, I increase it a little bit, but I don't go crazy. I never ego lift. So let me put that out there. Ego lifting is when you're in a gym and you see somebody doing 20 to 30 pounds more than you, and you feel like, yo, she's smaller than me or he's smaller than me. I could do that. I could do more than that. So you go and you stack on an extra 50 pounds and then you're struggling and then you want to hurt yourself. That's what ego lifting is, right? I definitely don't ego lift, but I compete with myself, if that makes sense. So I'm like, okay, Starleigh, you did 20 pounds this week. You could do 30 pounds this week. You know what I'm saying? I try to increase it that way because that's also the only way that you're going to see any type of progress is if you increase your weight. If you lift in the same 15 pounds for 3 years, you're not going to see anything. Like, you'll be a master. And especially if your reps are looking like this, then you don't have no kind of resistance. It's too loose. It's too light. It's too light. Yo, these cats are bugging. It's too light, right? Another tip to remember is no matter how many reps you're trying to do, whether it's a set of 8, 10, or 12, your first rep should not look like your last rep. If it does, that means your weight is too light. And what I mean is, if you're lifting 30 pounds and you do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, by the time you get to 8 or 9, you should be kind of struggling a little bit, especially if you're doing 4 sets of like 8, you should be struggling. But if you're busting through all of them, all 4 sets, doing 8 to 10 reps, and literally from the beginning to the end, you're not having any type of resistance, you're not shaking just a little bit, you're not anything, then your weight is too light. Because you shouldn't be able to get through it like that. There should be some kind of struggle at some point. Not in the very beginning, but at some point to let you know that you are increasing your weight. And then one more quick tip is you probably hear a lot of people say, we're going to do this till failure. What that means is you're going to lift whatever weight you're doing, whether it's actual weights or body weight, meaning you don't have any weight, you're just using simply your own body weight. And you're doing whatever reps you're doing, if it's a squat, if it's a Romanian deadlift, if it's, you know what I'm saying, Bulgarian split squats, it's whatever, cable kickbacks. If you're doing those until failure, that means that you're just doing them. Meaning you're not counting reps anymore. You're literally doing them until your body says, oh my God, I can't do it anymore. I can't even do one more. That's what failure means. You tapping out basically, right? So I don't do till failures on anything just because I don't want to tire myself out. I don't want to tap myself out. So I have specific reps and sets that I do. For me, I primarily do 4 sets of 10. Depending on what exercise I'm doing, I may push it and do 4 sets of 12 or 5 sets of 10. And that's it. That's my window. And I'm fine with that. I don't need to go to failure because I'm not a failure. Get it? Anyway, so let's do these underarms. This is what I'm using. I'm going to tell you why, right? This is old school. This has been around forever. Nair. And the one that I got is the Rich Cocoa Butter and Vitamin E. I just didn't feel like getting ripped. Like, Brazilian, we still doing that, of course. We're not taking that away because I don't have the patience for that. I don't shave. I don't shave my underarms either. I do have wax here, but I don't feel like doing it. So I've just been using this for like the last two to three times. But I don't think that I'm doing it right because every time that I do it, it burns. It burns my underarm and I don't understand. Not when I put it on. I think I'm leaving it on for too long. It says no more than 10 minutes. In my head, I'm thinking that it is 10 minutes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on and I'm going to actually time it. It says to put like a thin layer. And this, by no means, it's not as good as waxing. You know, not for me anyway. My hair is different. You know, you see how my hair is. My hair is the same everywhere. It's coarse hair. I got Aaliyah on this wave. She said she was using it too, but she also followed it up by shaving with a razor. I'm not going to say I condone or don't condone it. I don't know what the right word is for that. I don't do it. I don't use razors at all. The only thing that I use a razor on, like an actual razor, are my legs. That's it. Everything else is getting waxed. Oh, on my eyebrows. I use a razor on my eyebrows. That's it. Everything else is getting waxed. But my underarms, the reason why I don't use a razor is because it messes up my pattern. I think it'll mess up anybody's pattern though, because whenever you go and get like a wax, the girls used to always ask me, they were like, did you shave recently? So they can tell because it just does something funny with your pattern. I don't know. So anyway, we got this on. I'm going to set my timer on my phone. What is this under? We're going to set it for 10 minutes. And start. And And, you know, you just keep your arms up and you just chill. And that's really it. So, let me see. What else can I tell you guys for the gym? This sounds very cliche, but it is true. It is true. It is not a marathon. It's not. Or is it not a sprint? Listen, take your time. That's what I'm trying to say. Take your time. Don't compare yourself to anybody else. It's going to take a minute. Do not expect to start working out in January, and by February, you're going to be snatched. Don't do it. That was always my mistake. I would always start like late spring, right? Summer kind of starts depending on where you live, like around June. Back when I was in New York, sometimes she come late, right? She come late. Like we was still at the end of May and still kind of chilly outside. Whereas where I'm now, the other day we hit 80 degrees. So, you know what I'm saying? And we're only in March. So you just have to, be realistic about what your goals are. First of all, know what your goals are. Know what you want to do. I know specifically what it is that I'm trying to target. And while you can't body target things when you're trying to lose weight or whatever you got, it's a whole body weight process. It's a whole thing. You can target the areas that you want to work out with in terms of weight. You can do that. So I got 8 minutes left. I'm already tired of holding my arms up. But anyway, that was always my issue. I would start late and then I would expect to see this dramatic change in like a month. And realistically, it's not. Like I was Googling the other day for glutes because I just wanted to know, like, how long does it take before you see results on the glutes? And it was like, what did it say? I think it said like you might start to see something a little bit between 4 to 6 weeks. I mean, that's really only like a month and a half. I mean, maybe that's true, maybe not. I don't know, but they said a little change. And for me, I'm not able to tell, like, just looking at myself, I'm able to tell when I put my clothes on, when I put certain clothes on. Okay, this looks different in this outfit. This looks different. It didn't used to look like this. That's how I know that I'm kind of changing. Because the number on the scale is still saying the same for me. Like, it's not dropping, and I'm not ashamed of my weight. Like, I could tell it was 158, and I know you look at me and you may or may not think that I'm really 158, but that's what it says. And I have never been that heavy, except for when I was pregnant with Aaliyah. I gained 32 pounds, and I was in the 150s then, and I'm clearly not pregnant, but your girl just like to eat, but I also do weights. So when you do weights in the gym, you're gonna gain muscle, which is okay because that will replace the fat. So I'm all right with that. And I'm not saying 158 is fat. For anybody who is around that age, I'm not calling you fat. I'm just simply saying for me, I don't like that kind of weight on me. You know what I'm saying? I'm very, very particular in how I want to look. Like, I don't like holding my stomach in, but that's all I do. I don't like it. It's uncomfortable. Gets on your nerves. I don't like it. I don't like back rolls. This is a me thing. You know what I'm saying? I've been down. It says for my height, I'm actually supposed to only be like $115 or $120. First of all, to me, that's crackhead weight. In my head, I would look like a bobblehead if I got back down to that. Now, funny story, when I first moved here, I was 121 pounds. So I was actually where I was supposed to be, but I wasn't happy with my body then either. So you see, it's a personal thing. Like, I don't mind being small, but I don't want to have a little boy's body. Like, that's just not something that I want. And this has nothing to do with a guy or a girl or anything like that. It's just what I personally want to look like. I want to look a certain way. So that's another thing to keep in mind. Like, just if you're going to make a change to yourself, do it because you want to do it, not because you want attention from other people, because I could care less. Trust me, I could care less. I want to look a certain way in my clothes. And that's that. We got 5 minutes left. It's not burning. So that's a good thing. So, oh yeah, let me give you the tattoo update while we're waiting. Now, again, it's been a minute since I had a tattoo. I told you, it's been like 20 years since I got my last one. See, I'm starting to feel a little something. And it's always on this arm that I start feeling it. I don't know, I just might have to go back to waxing. But anyway, you remember we went and got tattoos on Aaliyah's birthday. I know it looks upside down, but I can't flip it right now. Let me put it in front of my face. So this is what it is. It's a heart. You see, can you see where's the heart at? Hold on. Oh, there it is. The heart is right there. And then it's Aaliyah and AJ with the lifeline because they're my lifeline, right? It's peeling. Now, I know that that's a part of the healing process, but there's a portion of it like right there on the line where like the ink is actually raising up, like it's coming out of the skin. Now, I also read that that is still kind of considered normal, but it might also mean that the tattoo artist didn't go deep enough when he was inserting the ink. So I may have to get a retouch. I don't know. I'm not messing with it. I'm just leaving it alone. I did all the proper aftercare stuff that you're supposed to do. But I've never, as far as I can remember, I never had the situation happen before. Like the red, the heart is healing properly. It's nice and smooth. There's nothing raised on it. It's not peeling anything. The black is what the problem is. And when he was doing it, he had to go over Aaliyah's name like 2 to 3 times. So I don't know what that means. I don't know if his ink was bad. Like, I don't know. But I just know that right now I'm real irritated. I'm not happy with it. If I have to go get a retouch, I will. But it says that I need to wait until it like completely heals before I go get the retouch. But my thing is like, I kind of want to go early enough because I don't want him to be like, oh, too much time has passed and we're not going to do it. Because I feel like I shouldn't have to pay if I do have to get a retouch. Like if he did mess something up. I don't want to pay. This didn't cost that much. It was only 80 bucks. And then I gave him a tip. But I'm just like these, like I said, these is 20 years old, right? I feel like I got this one when I was like 19 maybe or 20. And I don't remember this happening. Like I don't. How much time we have? 3 minutes. I don't remember that. I don't know. So I'm not happy at all. Unless, you know, it fixes itself like, you know, how it's supposed to be. Today it makes 16 days since I got it done. Aaliyah's is not doing it. When I talked to AJ, he was like, no, the peeling is normal. But this was like maybe day 4, day 5. He was like, the peeling is normal. He said, once it starts peeling, you can go ahead and use regular lotion. So I'm not putting anything crazy on it. Unscented lotion. I'm using regular Dove soap, the plain, no scent, nothing. Because I don't use scents on me anyway when it comes to soap. So I don't know. See, it's starting to burn a little bit. I think I'm going to just take it off now. I have 3 minutes left, but I think I'm going to just take it off because I don't like the burn thing because it really, really hurts when it happens. Like, oh my gosh. So you can use warm water and just wipe it off. And that's what I'm going to do. Maybe that's what my mistake has been, is that I've been doing the full 10 minutes or maybe a little bit more. I'm not sure. Because I just want to make sure that it gets it all the way off. So I just got a regular washcloth. Warm water. I'm going to start on this side since this was the one that was burning me. Woo! Look, it looks like it perms your hair. But, yeah, I don't like the burning thing. Because when I put my deodorant on, oh my gosh. Ugh. Yeah. Oh, sorry. I have to edit that out. And you're not supposed to rub it, so that's another thing. But I gotta get the hair off, you know what I'm saying? Let me take a little bit off on this side because I don't want this side to sit too long either. But I don't know. I may go back to waxing because even though it's pain, it's quick and it's, you know, effective. The burning is hurting me. It is only, I only left it on for like 7.5 minutes maybe. And this hurts right now. Let me wipe up maybe. And real talk, I've never been, I don't think I've ever really been good with Nair. I used to use Nair like years ago. I used to use it on my legs. I think, or maybe it was my arms, I don't know. And I always had the same issue, like it always burned me. Ugh, I don't like it. It don't burn Aaliyah. Maybe she don't leave it on that long. Maybe she only leaves it on for like 5 minutes. I don't know. It cut off because, you know, it was doing that too hot thing. Okay. So it's fully burning once again. I don't know. I don't think I can use this anymore because, like, yo, it's killing me. I'm not gonna rub it anymore. But this is what and then it don't even get, to me, it doesn't get all the hair off. Like, see? It's not even all the way, but you see how red it is? Like, the red is real. Like, it hurts. And I can't put any deodorant on because it's gonna burn it. And I use the aluminum-free deodorant, so you'd think it wouldn't burn, but it still does. But I gotta put something on because, you know, I don't like smelling at the gym. Not that I stink or anything. I did shower, but Okay, it burns. But anyway, you get the gist. So I don't know. If y'all can recommend something else, because like I said, I don't always want to get waxed. Sometimes I'm not in the mood for it. So that's why I figured, all right, this could be a good alternative. Nice cream, wipe it on. I can't wash it with any soap right now because that is going to murder me. So we're just gonna leave it how it is. But your girl, she burning. She definitely burning. But anyway, I just wanted to do a little quick video since I was on my way to the gym. I'm getting ready to go get my burner. And by the way, that is my favorite thing to do. Favorite thing to do. And that's probably why I'm able to do it 5 days a week. Like, low-key, on Saturday and Sunday, I'm kind of fiending to go to the gym. Like, I'm upset because I can't go. But I make it a point not to do it, to give my body time to just kind of relax. But I love going. I just don't like going when it's super, super crowded. Luckily, the Planet Fitness that I go to, well, I think it might be, it's the same for all, yeah. If you download the app, there's a meter on there and it tells you it's a crowd meter. It tells you how packed the gym is or if it's not. So I like to go when there's only like 2 bars or maybe 1 bar on there. It doesn't mean there's 2 people in there. It just means that it's not a lot of people in there. If the bars is all the way to the end, I usually just go on my complex gym if I don't feel like waiting around. But I prefer to go to Planet Fitness because they just have easier machines. Like my complex gym, I can still do my hip thrust, but I got to do it in a modified way where I put the dumbbell across my hips and then I thrust up that way. That's okay to do if that's all you have, but I prefer doing my hip thrust on the Smith machine because there's just more control and you can add more weight. It's not falling all over the place and you don't get bruised. You know, it's a lot easier. So that's it. So like I said, today is Tuesday. So we're doing chest and back. My favorite day is probably leg day. Maybe leg and glute. That's probably like my favorite days, but I really low-key like all of them. It doesn't matter. One day I'll show y'all what exercises I do, but I'm just kind of leery about taking the camera into the gym. I used to do that back when I was living in Jersey, and I never liked the angles, and I really don't want to take a huge tripod and stand it up, so I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure that out, but that's really the only reason why I don't show y'all what I'm doing gym content-wise. Maybe one day I'll take somebody with me and have them film it. They can hold up everything, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. No promises. No promises. But I can also just tell y'all the exercises that I'm doing and maybe insert pictures like that. But anyway, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.